and silver from my gold partner, Goldco.
Visit fparmygold.com or call 844-644-GOLD to learn how to get up to 10% in free gold or silver.
Hey Texas, join the Flashpoint Army on Friday, July 24th at 7 p.m. for a one-night event at New Beginnings Church in Bedford, Texas. Join Gene Bailey and his guests, Larry Huck, Lorenzo Sewell, Hank Kuhneman, Miles Rutherford, John Amonchukwu, and Andrew and Nolene Cedra. Go to fparmy.com/events to register for this free one-night event.
Join the Flashpoint Army on June 11th and 12th for a very special Flashpoint Live event at Patriot Academy. Join Gene Bailey and his friends Rick Green, Hank Kuhneman, Luke Ball, Mark Meckler, Bill Federer, and Chad Connolly during this Power Pack 2-day event. Space is limited, so register today at fparmy.com/events.
I believe one of the most important things in the lives of Americans is freedom, their financial freedom. That's why millions of Americans have turned to gold and silver. If you want to learn more about gold and silver from my partner, Goldco, I would encourage you to take the first step and request their free kit.
Visit fparmygold.com or call 844-644-GOLD.
This is a defining time for our faith, for our families, for the culture around us. The vision is clear, the need is real, and the impact is happening now. But we can't do it without you. Your generosity fuels everything we do at Flashpoint, equipping, activating, and discipling believers to stand firm and be a light in a world searching for truth. Flashpoint is a 501c3, and your tax-deductible gift goes directly toward advancing the mission and making a lasting difference. Please consult your tax professional. Give today at fparmy.com/donate or text FLASH to 28950. It's secure, it's fast, and it matters. If mailing your donation, send it to Flashpoint, P.O. Box 1, Newark, Texas 76071. Stand with us. Speak the truth. Be the light.
This is the Flashpoint Television Network.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Gene Bailey. This is Teri Bailey.
Yes, I am.
Hey, you got on the set.
Thank you for having me.
I'm glad you're here. Yeah, it was tough. It was tough to find you, but we got you on here.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Tonight's going to be a very special program because we want to talk about you and what you've been doing.
Oh.
And,
For them.
For them. But the reality is we have, not long ago did we pass our 1 year anniversary of being out on our own. And I will say this, glory to God, we never thought half of what was going to happen would have happened.
We couldn't have imagined this in any way, shape, or form.
And big man of faith here, I was just hoping to pay the bills.
Yeah, and someday get a paycheck.
Someday get a paycheck and pay the light bill. But man, God has blessed us so much. And I want to say thank you for all you guys have done for the ministry, and it really has exploded. It's been great. So we want to come to you tonight and tell you some great things that are happened, that are happening, and things that are going to happen. It's going to be a lot of fun. So, Teri.
Yes.
Are you excited?
I am really excited.
All right, well, let's get started. This first one I want to talk about was, we were getting letters and letters and letters about people saying, they were like, would you please get a phone number? Would you please get a phone number? Because I want to be able to call in. I don't have a computer. I don't want to do this. I want to be able to call in and give my information.
When we started, who had the phone?
Well, Mike Lindell told me, Gene, you got to get a phone number.
But before that, we had a phone. And the first time that you even announced that we were going to go live, you were still working at KCM, and the phone was falling off the side of the countertop. Yeah. And our daughter called us and said, what is going on? Yeah. But you answered the phone for a long time.
I did. We answered the phone. We made calls back. Then we quickly found somebody else to help us do that.
It was past the phone,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, we burn one person out and hand it around. So the 800 number is live. In fact, let me put it on the screen. 888-427-9057. That is the number for all things Flashpoint. Now, here's what you can do with that number, Teri.
What can you do?
You can, of course, you can donate. If you want to make your donation right there, your support, they can take it right over the phone and do it right there. That's a huge blessing. Many of you have already done it that way. And you can buy product right there. So,
do you mean they get a real live person?
Yeah, and they speak English.
They speak English, they're not from a different country, and we get a real live person and not an automated rotary where you get stuck?
Oh, it's a real live person.
Wow.
And they're actually people that understand what they're talking about.
And they can do what they take, so they take orders?
They take orders, they'll pray with you.
That's what I was going to say.
And,
pray too.
And they will take the donation. So there you go. It was a promise made. And let me explain something about the 800 number, Teri. It's not just like, oh, sign up for a phone number. Well, for somebody that helps us run this, we have to pay a fee every month, then a fee per minute. So I was hesitant to do that because I didn't know financially if we could handle it.
Yeah.
Right off the top. So it took us, that's why it took us a while to get
Well, and so the people that are answering the phone are like who? And what kind of experience do they have?
They're believers, and they've done a lot of this type of work. I was not about to turn over our people to a run-of-the-mill, just a phone center shop that you can go in. I wanted to get.
How long have you known the owners?
Oh, since I would say since we were children, but it was not quite that long ago. But it was since the 80s, late 70s, early 80s. So we talked with them, and anyway, it was perfect timing. We're very happy. So there you go. So the 800 number is there for you. Use it. That's for you, and I really mean that. Use that because we want, especially when we have a prayer target, Teri, people can pray and jump in. The second thing is the Flashpoint Army. Of course, we started the Flashpoint Army emails, the War Room emails. And then this year, just not too long, April 16th, we launched Flashpoint Army chapters.
Wow.
And listen, the chapters has just exploded. In fact, let me show you the screen here. Look at all these people as of right now, and this is always increasing, 451 chapters, community events. Now, you see all the dark green states here.
That's what I was going to ask you. What does that dark green mean?
That means there's a higher density of chapters in that state. So let's go to California, where it's a blue state, right? Look at this, California, 297 members, 129 leaders, and 130 chapters. Isn't that amazing?
It is
that
amazing.
Many chapters right there.
How long did it take to get that going?
Well, we filled up the whole all 50 states the first night, and then these, as people are being added, it's really increasing. So, if you want to know more about what chapters are all about, let me play this little video piece so you can see. This is the next level of what Flashpoint is all about. This is it. This is your Flashpoint. There comes a moment when watching is no longer enough. A moment when concern must become courage. When conviction must become action. When faith rises up and meets the issues of the hour head on. This is that moment. It's time for Flashpoint Army chapters. This is where we speak with conviction and engage our communities the way the founding fathers intended, all through the lens of biblical citizenship. But make no mistake, this is not passive Christianity. This is not spectatorship. It's not business as usual. This is truly an army, the Flashpoint Army. This is where faith meets current events. It's where patriots unite to affect culture. And this is where we occupy until he comes. So what is a chapter? A Flashpoint Army chapter is the local expression of our national movement. It's the gathering of friends, neighbors, peers, believers, leaders, families, churches, and patriots, all willing to stand together in prayer and civic action. A chapter exists to strengthen citizens in their region, connect them around a shared mission, and mobilize them to become a light in their community. In a time when too many are silent, chapters help people find their voice. In a time when too many are isolated, chapters help people find their people. And in a time when too many are retreating, chapters help people take their place. So what do chapter members do? A chapter member prays with purpose. They understand and advance biblical citizenship. They engage the real issues shaping our nation. They strengthen courage and conviction in their communities. They encourage one another in faith and action, and they become gatekeepers in their cities and regions. So, if you've been waiting for a way to step in, this is it. If you've been praying for a place to stand, this is the place. If you are ready to move from concern to conviction, from agreement to action, from watching to building, then it's time. It's time for you to join your local Flashpoint Army chapter. You'll stand with patriots and believers in your region. You'll take your place in the movement. You'll help us advance biblical citizenship. You'll help us affect all of North America for Jesus Christ. And you'll help us carry conviction into this generation. And finally, you'll help us become a wall of prayer, a wall of courage and resolve across America. Join the movement, join a chapter, take your place, and occupy until he comes again. Together, we are taking America back. Flashpoint Army chapters, go sign up, fparmychapters.com. I can't spend a lot of time because we have so much to talk about, Teri.
Does that mean you've been busy?
We've been busy. But listen, this has been no small task to undergo. I mean, it's taken a whole team of people working a lot of hours to get all of this set up. Why? Because we want to be able to not just have a bunch of people on a list. It's being able to know who you are, where you live, in the city you are, so that we can motivate you. We can give you the assignments, activate you, like, hey, go do this. Go meet John Amanchukwu at this school board. Go do that. Right. Now, some of you are saying, okay, I'm ready. Well, so you sign up. First thing you do is go through the training. And people are already going through the training. Get all of that first. It just doesn't cost you anything. It does not cost you anything. If this is really the next level of Flashpoint, we've gone to you. We're telling you the truth. We're having events. But now it's time to get activated and get things going. And Teri, it's exciting.
It's very exciting.
And the people are excited about it.
Oh, yeah. Because we've met people when we've gone to our live events, and the people at the live events are saying, I'm in Montana, and I don't know anybody that believes like I believe and that wants to meet and do things together for the country. And basically, that's the way that we're going to be able to have people come together from all over. Like you said, when John Amanchukwu says, I'm going to the school board, could you just sit there? You can go there instead.
Just be there.
Just be there and be a support.
So good. All right. So go online. And listen, one key thing here, Teri, we didn't fundraise or ask people to give to this project. We just did it.
We did it.
And so, or you just did it. And that's a wonderful thing about you guys. You guys are totally underwritten the cost. This has not been cheap, but it's so crucial. All right. So events. We've been doing events for 6 years now, almost. And we've been in so many cities across the country, but we're changing what we're doing, Teri. And this is not that we're not going to be doing so many events. I've said all along, I don't want to just have a lot of people at an event.
It's not rah, 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 sis, boom, bah, fireworks.
I love having a big crowd. Yeah. It's not just that.
Not a pep rally.
Because, if people leave and go do something, but a lot of times people don't do something.
Right.
So we want you to actually do something. That's where the chapter comes in. And I believe this is a year, we're stepping into some revival going on. So more about that a little bit later. All right, so let's talk about here at home. Production and technical upgrades. When we started here, sorry, I'm going to have to go fast because we're running.
You go fast because that's your area.
Okay. Production technical upgrades, production capacity. When we started, Teri, we didn't know if we were going to have the funds to pay people to come help us and do a control room and do camera. So we basically set it up for like 1 or 2 people.
Like you were running the little thing.
Yeah, well, you and I did that at the beginning.
We had cameras that you pressed the buttons and the camera would look at us.
Don't look at that stuff too far back. But anyway, we started with what we had, and we didn't know. Well, as we grew, we got, okay, we need to make this, and some opportunities came up for expansion. We have to look better. We have to do better. And because we represent you and we represent what God's called us to do. So we have totally changed. The control room's been totally redone a time or two in some ways, and we've added gear. And let me tell you, and I know you've heard this, TV's expensive. It's not as expensive in some things as it used to be. but it's not something you want to just run out and do. And we've had some great friends in the industry help us. Some are letting us are renting us equipment at really great prices, and then there are some purchases that we made. So we're continuing to do that. Now, why is this such a point? Because election night is coming, and as you know, we've been talking about elections the whole time Flashpoint has been going. But before, when I was with Victory Channel, with America Stands, we did that. So we have to continue to do that. That takes a lot more gear, a lot more capacity. So we're adding some equipment to the control room. The set is going to be changing. In fact, let me show you a few pictures. It's not going to look exactly like this, but this is the new set design that's going in. You see the desk there that has places for 4 guests. And you notice the design of the front of that desk, Teri? What does that look like? Can you figure that out?
Does it?
Stealth bomber.
Of course, I should have guessed.
So it's what it is. So, but go to the wider shot. As you see all the way on the other end of the studio, that's where we'll do some of the election coverage like we have done, like we did last year. We'll be doing that. So it'll look, this is very rough drawing, but I wanted you to see at least we're developing that. We've got some great friends that I've known for many, many years, and he stepped in here to help us and taking care of getting that built. So I'm excited because that's kind of what I've wanted all along. Studio One, so that's the improvements going here, but we're also doing something right outside these doors, Teri, to the studio that's been your project. So quickly tell them what we've been building.
Well, what we've been building is an additional space, probably, how many square feet do we have?
Total about 1,200.
About 1,200. We'll have a kitchen. We'll have an addition. We only have one bathroom for all these people. So we'll have an additional bathroom, and we'll have seating areas. We'll have a makeup room. So this is going to be really the next level, and we're going to have space because when we had election coverage last time that we did it, we just barely crammed people in. And you can imagine there was like 35 people in here with one restroom. So we'll actually have a dishwasher, refrigerator, stove in there so that we'll be able to take care of really doing it right and to have room for the Star Wars set.
Yeah. Well, but here's the key point. We used what we had, and this is one thing I've learned from all the great ministries I've worked with, and you've heard this and preached at you. You start with where you are.
You start where,
and use what you have.
You use what you have and you do it to your best ability. And then God somehow miraculously has opened the doors to give us more and better all the time. I mean, even the lighting and things in here, we used what
funny
we
you
had.
should mention that.
Is it on your list?
It's next on my list.
Okay, go for it.
So we were leasing some lights in here to make it, again, we got a great deal on it. So we've slowly are replacing these lights with lights that we're buying. So
one at a time, or 5 at a time, and we're paying cash for it. Everything we do is no debt.
Loan, no debt. So that's definitely what we're doing. And with the new set, we're going to have more lighting and more. So, but we're excited about the green room and all that area and the bathroom because it really gives us a chance to breathe a little bit.
Because right now the makeup is like in a little bitty corner inside of the studio.
Yeah, it is.
Bitty area. Bad lighting, but.
So now, let me tell you about something else that's going on.
What else?
Out of the blue came an opportunity for us to buy a TV trailer. Ooh. What is a TV trailer? A TV trailer is basically a TV truck. There's just no cab on the front. You pull it. Well, that's why it's called a trailer. Anyway.
And you do TV inside?
So you do TV. It's like a mobile control room.
Oh, a mobile control room.
Yeah. So we can pull up to places and roll the cameras out, roll the mics out,
like
shoot. There it is right there.
Wow.
Now, this has been sitting there for a while, so we have to redo some of the inside. You can scroll through the pictures, guys. There's some gear. There's some gear in there that we have that we will be able to use, and some we'll have to add and do it. But it's like starting. You're not starting at ground zero. You're starting at about, I'd say, 75%.
Okay.
We're 75% there to making that capable. And so I'm excited about that because that gives us even more capacity. Again, paid in full.
Wow.
We didn't have to.
God, thank you, Jesus.
But we got just an amazing deal from another ministry that sold it to us. So it's a great deal. You know, Teri, what is it?
Yes.
What is we'll stop right here for just a moment because we're going to go to the break here. But I want to hear from you. What do you think has been the most surprising thing that's happened in the last year?
The favor that God's shown us, and the how we've gone so quickly, and basically we've re-asked the Lord constantly, whether it's a change of events or adding on to Studio One. What do you need to have done next? Constantly asking him, what is your will? And he has shown up in a huge way in so many areas. As Gene was saying, there's so many things that we could have never even imagined. That's going from studios to equipment to vehicles to buildings to many other things.
Well, you know, I think about the building out here. It took us a while. It's taken us a while to do it.
Yeah.
Just because we had to get, you know, approval from the city and all permits and all that. And it just takes a while. And it's like, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up.
Yeah.
Because we're expanding quicker than we've built.
Right.
You know, when we started this thing, I was so concerned about the studio. Studio, control room, how we're going to do it. Didn't really think about like, hey, we need a bathroom. Hey, we need places for people to sit as they're waiting to get on the show. Oh, there's makeup. Yeah. So I was just we were trying to get on the air and working on that. And, you know, God has blessed us tremendously. But I want to say again, we're not done. Thank you for helping us. Thank you for being a part of what's happening here. And this has just it's been amazing, but we're not done. We're not done because the big news I'm going to talk to you about. We're going to go to break a little bit early because I'm going to spend some time on this.
Okay.
So after the break, wait till you see what God has done for you. We'll see you at the other side.
Hey, Texas, join the Flashpoint Army on Friday, July 24th at 7 p.m. for a one-night event at New Beginnings Church in Bedford, Texas. Join Gene Bailey and his guests, Larry Huck, Lorenzo Sewell, Hank Kuhneman, Miles Rutherford, John Amonchukwu, and Andrew and Nolene Cedra. Go to fparmy.com/events to register for this free one-night event.
A 1,400-year track record to watch this happening. I put it in a book called What Every American Needs to Know About the Quran, A History of Islam in the United States.
Learn how you can turn the tide on the tsunami of darkness. Get your copy of Killing America and What Every American Needs to Know About the Quran today at fparmy.com.
We need courage. We need people to stand up for what's right.
Flashpoint is growing, and it's easier than ever to watch. You've got options.
Thank you for watching. Go share this on all your social media.
Watch Flashpoint on many great networks. Follow us and stream every episode on YouTube, Rumble, Facebook, and Roku. For a full list of where to watch, go to fparmy.com/media. The truth is being broadcast further than ever before. This is Flashpoint.
Welcome back. Listen, I want to talk about the Quran package, we call it affectionately here. You know, let me tell you this first book here, What Every American Needs to Know About the Quran. My friend Bill Federer, who's an amazing man, amazing author, amazing historian, always has written a book about something that you ask him. He goes, well, I was talking about tax season. He goes, I wrote a book about that. So this is an amazing book. So here's what happened. Several months ago, I decided, hey, let's see if anybody is interested in this. And so I bought 100 books, Teri.
A man of great faith, he is.
I am. I bought 100 books to see if anybody wanted them. And well, we sold those 100 in 5-10 minutes. And so we have since that time purchased right at 10,000.
Yeah.
And moved over 8,000 of these books. and we actually have them in stock. And you guys know that if you bought it, because we were late getting them to you because we had to wait for the printer. But anyway,
never again.
Not again.
Yeah.
They're in stock right now, and I really do. The Lost World of the Quran that I wrote, Killing America that Teri and I wrote, and of course Bill Federer's book. But that was just the beginning of talking about Islam and the Quran and what we need to understand. Teri, you developed, and you really took the bull by the horns and talked about Sharia law and created some downloads.
Yeah.
Talk about that.
Well, so we do have two. You can buy these by 25, and on there is a SKU on the back, and you can scan these, and it takes you to Why Not Sharia, or Why Not Sharia Law, and the truth about why no halal food. And the thing is people are so naive, and we have a Western mindset, and we do not understand the danger. And that was the thing, especially as a mama bear. We want to protect our children, we want to protect our grandchildren, our families, our cities, our states, but what's happening in the world, the takeover that's happening, and people don't understand the true danger. Why do we talk about it all the time? Because when they're in charge, as we've seen with the countries such as Nigeria, Iran, if you're not Muslim, you are executed, the end. And the things that they do to animals, to children, and to women are just really shocking and disgusting.
So you can go online and download that, and those are free.
Yeah.
So we really want to get this. And what we learned is so many of us, including ourselves, we had no clue. We didn't understand everything. So it's like, if I don't understand, there's a lot of smart people out there, but I know a lot of you are like me that didn't understand what we were dealing with. So we had to get that out there to you. So
it's kind of like what we have there, those two different things that you can go for free to get the PDFs. Those are kind of like Cliff Notes or a cheat sheet. This is a quick and dirty to give you a real quick overview of what these things really are, not what you're hearing that they are.
That's right. All right, so go do that. But you know what? Let me just pause for a minute and talk about products. Here you see our warehouse that's it's in a garage.
Right now?
Yeah, and so in this garage we keep moving things around, and we keep filling up.
This is our second garage.
Yeah.
It started somewhere else, and then we kind of moved it because we needed more space.
We moved it a lot. So anyway, you guys have just responded so well to the products that you needed to get. So we're making
to get educated, so that you can get educated, you can be mobilized, activated, and deployed. Once you find out, you start reading some of this, especially as you're going through that. And this Bill Federer's book has part of the Quran in there, and a lot of Islamic people will say, well, you've never read it, you have no idea. Well, get that and get the cheat sheet, and you'll find out real quick what's going on, and it'll get you a quick start to help mobilize, activate, and deploy, because we're supposed to be after one God and one God only.
That's right. All right. So this is the fun part. We get to talk about. It's all fun, but it's
the thing that we're really, really excited about, because this is the thing that people really, really ask for.
And I couldn't talk about it.
And it will help with the chapters.
It will help with everything.
It will help with events. It will help with the TV trucks. It will help with everything.
Yeah. All right. So let's start. If you came to the Christmas gala,
yes,
we kind of did a quick look back over the year. And at the end of it, we talked about the vision, and we were looking at an event center.
We did.
And you can see, here's what it looked like. And it's still available, it's still out there. But no matter what we did, and no matter how we investigated, things weren't working, Teri.
No.
They weren't working, and it's still sitting there empty most days of the week.
Yes.
The church rents it on. But it wasn't the thing to do. And it had 8 acres.
8 acres.
And, but no
real. It had 2 buildings.
Yeah, and a house on the back that,
It was rented out, yeah.
So don't get me wrong. We would have made great use of that.
We would have. But we kept saying, is this really enough? Is this really where God wants us? And
we need to think bigger.
Why is it so difficult? But we need to think bigger because we have got bigger needs. So
we've been looking.
And looking.
We've been looking. Teri loves real estate. You know, she sends me stuff. I send her stuff. We go drive around, go look.
And you go drive around by yourself with the dogs?
I do go with my assistants.
Yes.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
My 2 assistants, and they either...
And then I get FaceTimes.
Yes, they
right?
do. I mean, even during Christmas holidays, I was driving
Thanksgiving to
around.
Christmas.
Yeah, I was driving all over the place.
I was trying to get the holidays together, and he was driving with the dogs.
Yeah. So we were looking for, we knew there had to be something, the next place. What is the next place? But I also knew, Teri, we could not go into debt.
We couldn't, and not only that too, is I would look every day and I would send him something every day, and he goes, I'm tired, I'm done, I'm done, just forget it.
Forget it, let's forget it.
You're overwhelmed.
Yeah. But then something came up fairly recently. Now, little backstory, we were driving around one day and saw this property, how many years ago? 5, 6 years ago?
Yeah.
And we thought, wow, look at that. And we weren't even thinking about Flashpoint at that, but this is before Flashpoint.
No, we just thought it was amazing, beautiful.
What a cool piece of property that would be to have.
Yeah.
Like, God, maybe someday, well.
So we'll have something like that, maybe. Maybe.
Someday is here. And someday we closed on the property.
Yeah.
So now I can show you about it. And I want to, let's go through the pictures, because here's what you paid for. It's already paid for. 30 acres of land.
Cash?
30 acres, yeah. Well, I wired it. I didn't take cash, but I wired it.
But it was cash you wired.
I did. It's gone from our account. Now look at it. Now this is the house here. Now this house, Teri, we're not going to use it
as a house.
As a house. Nobody's going to live there necessarily.
But like an event center?
But we are going to make an event center. And here's what we're going to do. So you can scroll through the pictures. Go to the next one. This is of course, there's warehouse space. Because, you know, all those products, we needed a place to put products.
What else can go in there?
Well, see the big tall one on the end?
Yeah.
That's where the TV trailer will go.
Whoa.
And then on the other end, where that overhang is, that's where is a training room.
A training room?
Yes, so there's a training room. In fact, we'll see a picture of that. Go to the next one. There's yet another a nice little room there that's got, for some reason, it had air conditioner and heating in it.
So you could actually train in there too.
Yeah, and I'm believing God, we're going to have that's somebody else's tractor right there, but we're going to have the Flashpoint tractor.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll call it Flash Track.
And so you said to me that you might remove that and do something else.
Yes, and I was actually going to talk about it. Well, let's keep going. Let's keep going through the pictures. There's the entrance. This is beautiful. Now, here's what I love about this entrance. You really can't get the grasp it, but these are some huge trees at the entrance, and you notice the wide driveway that's concrete.
What would you do with that driveway?
The people that lived there that originally built it had it was a rodeo guy.
Yeah.
So we had to take those big long trailers in and out. So there's a lot of concrete and really wide entrances. And so you can go to the next picture, and it's up on a little bit of a hill. There it is at night. Keep going. All right, so this is when you walk in. Now this room, we're going to convert into a training area, and we can put about 75, 80 people in here, easy.
Tables, chairs.
Yeah, this will be another training room right here. There's that'll be where you can hit soft drinks, stuff like that, water, coffee bar. This is a new view from the other angle. But you can see, I don't know if you can really grasp how big a room that is, but it's a really unusually large room to walk into.
A full kitchen?
There's the full kitchen that goes with it. And there's another view of the kitchen. So we're excited about that. Of course, now these are the bedrooms. And you can go through these fairly quick, guys. The bedrooms here will either convert to offices or make some other areas for them to be able to. A
studio, maybe?
Yeah, we may be shooting there. There's the office at the front.
As you first come in, yeah.
So, and of course, bathrooms and everything that goes along with it. And this is going to be...
that patio area. That patio area has 2 grills outside, and you can actually have how many people, Gene? About 80?
Kurt says about 80, 88.
So you could actually have people inside and outside.
Fire pit, yeah.
With the fire pit, but there's a grill up top, and there's a grill on the side, too. So you could have training outside, too. What's that?
And there's the pool house. Not sure insurance will allow us to do a whole lot with that, so we'll it's a great thing for the staff. We're believing that we can have a pool for the staff. It's indoors in Texas.
And then also too, like
workout
that's like
area,
that's a lot. That's a locker room, a shower area off of the pool. But yes, at the very top of the other picture, there we could maybe put some workout room.
Yeah, and there's another training room right there. This was in that warehouse
where the
picture we
truck's
saw
gonna go.
earlier.
Yeah,
that had the overhang. It was already set up, so we can put about another 80 people or so in there, depending on how you configure it. If you do tables or not.
Restroom in that room.
Yeah.
And then what's that?
There's the warehouse. There's our bigger warehouse for products.
But you also have a drive-through for a huge TV truck?
Yeah, go back to the other picture. This is none of our stuff here, by the way. We were talking about we need to get a place so that we can go get those type of shelves.
Yeah.
So God was so good. They're leaving all those shelves, all that junk on the floor. That's not ours. But we have that available to move right in and be able to store things and store product longer term. Because we can buy if we can buy more books, then we get a better price, obviously,
right,
from the publisher. So we can house and do more. We can go to the next one. This is the what will become the TV trailer garage. It was actually an RV garage. It's already got power right there on the wall. That was to power up the RV that was there. So now we're right there. We can pull up the trailer. Again, it's a pull-through. Anybody that's ever pulled a trailer understands or an RV, how wonderful a pull-through really is. And so that's going to be there. And of course, that's the final warehouse in the back. It's insulated.
Yeah.
We could put events in there. Retrofit that. It's got AC, you can see in the ceiling. Clean it all up, get rid of those barrels and all that stuff.
And it's got a pull-through too.
It's pull-through. This is a stock pond that looks better than that picture. That looks pretty yucky right now. Now look at that photo. You see the hay bales, and you see the trees in the far distance, Terry?
Yeah.
That's all part of this property.
Wow.
30 acres. It seems much larger than 30 acres, but the views are amazing.
So what are you going to do on that piece
So let's keep going through keep going through the. There's the generator. It has a couple of generators on property that we can actually operate.
Okay.
So let me show you some of the B-roll here as they go through it. This was off their realtor website, so you can see kind of what they have. Look, it's right at 30 acres. This is a gift from God. And I'm telling you, we are so excited, blessed to be able, even the kitchen, the way it's set up is so that we can serve food, make it available.
It's got a huge pantry too.
So it's going to be an
That's
amazing,
a workout area.
Yeah, they call it the game room.
What's that?
That's a underground shelter, storm shelter.
One of the girls.
In Texas, you have to have that. But look you're on top of this hill. That's what I love about that.
Yeah.
And everything looks down onto the field. And so, we would love to have some horses and some Texas Longhorns out there. And we'll see what happens.
We do.
So it's, this is what you've done. Now, Terry, it's not, as great as it is, it needs some upgrades.
Needs some love.
We've got some HVAC units that need to be fixed and some things like that.
Windows replaced, walls painted.
That's it, 30 acres right here in the Fort Worth area. And you did it. And listen, I am not raising money for this project. It's paid for. And that's what you guys did. How good is God on that?
Awesome.
So he met exactly what we wanted and gave it to us. And so now, so leave that picture up for just a moment. Because Terry, we talked earlier about changing our events.
Mm-hmm.
So you know what I saw when I looked at that?
I know exactly what you saw.
I thought...
Everybody that knows you.
Yeah, I'm like, this would be a great place to put a big tent up.
A revival
And have
tent.
a revival meeting out there on our property. Now, the great thing is, this is in the county, no city limits. So we don't have any weird zoning. We can do whatever we want pretty much out there.
Do you think the Flashpoint Army people would come out for a revival?
I don't know. If you want to, if that's something you're interested in, and you put it in the chat, put tent, yes, I'll come to the tent. Say tent, yes. Tent revival, yes, whatever, let us know. I just would like to get an informal poll if that's something you'd like to come to.
And then, Gene, we could do Flashpoint chapter training out there.
Well, that's the whole idea, is to be able to have training out there. And I've talked about this before. Flashpoint, you paid for training already for about 60 law enforcement, sheriffs from all over the state of Texas, and law enforcement, every branch that it came to learn about Islam and Sharia law, what that meant.
Yeah.
So that's what we're doing.
But that basically was a handful.
It is.
There's a lot more law enforcement in Texas that need to come, and there's we would like to have it available for people across the U.S. law enforcement to keep our country safe, right?
That's right. So that's what we're doing. But we do need some help renovating. We're going to get in there and clean it up, paint where we need to paint.
The carpet needs to be ripped out, the windows replaced.
It's going to make it nice for you. So that's what we're doing, and we're excited about it. So can you imagine we have like I'm saying this ahead of time, but I'm thinking in October, it's not quite as hot here.
Yeah.
We could have a tent meeting out there and really get this thing kicked off right. Now, eventually, we want to put a studio out there.
And what else do you want to put out there?
But the first building we really want to build, the tent is not obviously a full-time building. If we want to put a chapel.
To host the presence of the Lord.
To host the presence of God, because that's, as you know, we've talked about, you can do all the politics and all the training you want, but if we don't have presence of God in there, then nothing's gonna change. So this is, I believe now more than ever, revival is so important, and I sometimes the revival word sounds cliche-ish. But this is all about God's presence and getting closer to God. So we want to be able to facilitate that and be able to have the services out there and actually take them right to the network and other outlets and show what's going on. So let me go back to the TV trailer because we got 19 minutes. So we want to do the chapel out there to be able to have it so that you can come and just go to a small chapel, pray, have some worship music going, and be able to.
Because we think it's really important.
It is. Well, it is important. But so let's talk about television. Recently, we started production on your show.
Really? Yes.
And if you know anything about Teri, she asks questions. So the name of your show you came up with was?
I Got Questions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you start with questions in the morning. Boy, does she start with questions in the morning.
Well, because here's the truth of the matter. We all found out during COVID that it's like we were being censored. We weren't allowed to think. We weren't allowed to ask questions. There was only one narrative. And I think there's a lot of young people that have left the church because they have not been allowed to ask questions and to talk about any subject that's going on in the world. So my thing is if you're really paying attention and if you're really thinking, you should always have questions. You should always be, you know something? The truth should stand. If there is an issue, you should not, if you investigate it, just like with the Bible, the Word, is you should be able to go deep, and no matter what, the truth will stand, and you could ask any question, do any investigation, and you will find out the truth. So that's why it's really, really important, I think, to ask questions.
So she's already done a bunch of programs.
6. So
we're going to get those edited and release those on the network, and you could be able to find out where you can watch that. And you're excited about this, aren't you?
Oh, I am, because there's a lot of things that we have been told are taboo, but you're having to deal with a lot of everyday issues that are really radical out there nowadays. And we even addressed the fact that you've got to be inside out directed. We're talking about having a chapel. If you don't get the spirit, soul, mind, and body functioning properly, then we have got to be able to filter and decipher what's going on in the world and help other people to do that. So I think this is really important, that we will be able to address and ask questions and find answers together, and know that you're not alone with some of the things you're going through, and we're going to help you find solutions using the Word of God.
There you are. So I Got Questions coming very soon to FPTN. You can find out more at fptn.com. I'm sure we will send you emails out when it launches so you can see that. Now, back in 2015, I started a television program called Revival Radio TV. And we've been doing that show for over 10 years. And when we left Victory Channel, Kenneth Copeland said, you have to take Revival Radio too, because he can't stop that. And I was like, I don't know how I'm going to make it with one show, much less two shows.
Yeah.
But we said yes, sir, and we took it, and we have launched. In fact, we just played it last week, I believe, that we played the first shoot was actually with our friend Bishop Wendell Hutchins, and we talked about what's going on in the world. And so you kind of got a sneak peek at that, the sets over there. So we're expanding, not because we want to have all this, build a Christian TV network. That is not the goal. Please don't think that, because that is so not what we want to do. We do want to deliver programming that's going to help you.
Relevant.
I'm not looking to create another Christian television network, because that's not who we are.
And we really want to reach everybody. So we want to be able to have programming that anybody will be interested in, turn it on, learn something from, and maybe it'll make them want to get into the kingdom of God, which is our objective.
That's right. All right. So Revival Radio production started back up. And this is where we sit down and talk about revival fires then, revival fires now, and what's going on in the world. Being able to take a little step back and get a little more detail. And I've been able to, really interview some of the great men and women through history,
for instance, Marilyn Hickey, that are gone. Yeah.
And so Jack Coe Jr., who's gone. Jack
Coe Jr. But Gene also said years ago when you first started doing Flashpoint shows, I don't get this, Teri. I really don't understand. I'm doing Revival Radio TV, and now I got this Flashpoint thing, and I don't. What's the connection? The connection is God's taking the old, and He's bringing it into the new, and we're believing that property too with the revival tents is that we're going to start a worldwide revival. We're going to have Reformation, and we're bringing Christ back to culture.
Right. So here's some other things going on with the network. You saw that TV trailer. So that TV trailer is just one example. Now we'll do programs as soon as we can out at the ranch. But that TV trailer allows us to go anywhere and do a full production, and we can be able to do that. But we don't want to stop there, Teri.
Where do you want to go with that?
Well, there's a desire that we've had for years to be able to televise revival services around the country.
Wow, so how could you do that?
So technology has really caught up to what we want to do, is to be able to, so imagine this, that wherever you are, somewhere tonight, there's going to be a revival service on the network, and you can catch it live or catch it one day delay, but you will be able to see. The idea here is to bring you live, whether it's a church of 5,000 or a church of 25 people, but God is moving. So many things are happening in America and other places around the world that we don't hear about. We're kind of dependent on social media to catch us up to speed with what's going on. So imagine if your church is having a real move of God, you reach out to us and go, hey, y'all need to come over to such and such church in this town, and we work it out, and we come, we'll bring in our cameras, we'll put it on television, and then guess what? The next day, people in that area go, well, I didn't know there was a meeting going on over there. Let's go over there. So imagine if we're able to do that every night because of technology. Yeah. Now, when I started in television, this would have taken you big TV trucks and satellite trucks and really expensive satellite time. We don't have to do that now.
Yeah.
So that we have the technology. You've invested in this technology that will allow us to go live from different places without sending a whole big television crew. We can do it very, very efficiently. So I need to build, we think, at least 3 smaller, not like that trailer, but smaller trailers or trucks to be able to be on the road full time.
Well, so and what that does is that, number one, it enables viewers, we hear this a lot of times, I would love to come to your event, but either they or somebody in their family is not physically capable of doing that, so they miss out on what's going on. And number two, is we're highlighting what God's doing. So we hear so much negativity. Why let's highlight what God's doing, and as we do that, it'll spark, it'll grow. The move of God will grow, and that's what we need to do. And I really believe if Jesus was here today, he would use the media in a big, big way. And when I say that he's not physically here, it's the most effective way to reach the masses, to bring people into the kingdom of God.
It is. And you know what's so cool when you think back over the last year, and this is what we've wanted to do. And look at how God's blessed us. But we, and I mean, everybody that's watching, we've been able to bless a lot of people that have had things going. So I was thinking about, you guys paid for Tony Suarez Revival at the Border a couple years ago. Then this year, Revival in Minnesota. You bankrolled that. You totally underwrote those meetings.
What about Kent Christmas?
Well, Kent Christmas, over $70,000 came in for his event coming up in July. You paid for that to get that rolling. When there was a flood here in Texas, you guys helped buy chainsaws in a big way. I think over $300,000, if I remember right, something like that, came into Troy Brewer to help.
And what about
those things.
What about the young gentleman that came off the streets, and we helped provide tents and sleeping bags during the wintertime?
Yeah, Christmas time.
Ashton.
We did that. Yeah, we helped Ashton there in the streets of Grand Rapids, Michigan, with that. So you guys have done all of this.
Oh, we forgot Robbie Dawson.
Oh yeah, that was $100,000
so that they,
to him.
Because what happened is during the Iran attack, is they were putting everything silent. They were getting rid of the media in general. So we got Starlink. Is that correct?
Well, not Starlink.
What is it
Starlink
like?
Starlink was being. They were shutting it down because it was too easy to spot. So we bought these small units. That they would be able to get access to the internet, and Bible was already preloaded in Farsi in their language, so it's very cool to be. And teachings were on there. So,
and
you guys did all that.
Alan Didio's church.
Oh yeah, Alan Didio's church. You helped repay the roof, repair the roof that did. You guys bankrolled that. So I'm telling you. It's been. We get such the best job in the world to be able to help.
Well,
people.
you know, when you think about that, so we should be. You all need to be believing for 100-fold for all the help that you've sown. I mean, into the kingdom of God and all these great things that you've done to help reach other people. God does not take that lightly. So we want to thank you so much for helping us to help God's people and to spread the news of the gospel.
Okay, so continuing. We're in the process of completing 2 books, a book on fear, and then the book that you and I are writing on the spirit of the beast.
Right.
So sounds fun, doesn't it? So that'll be coming out here hopefully in the next few months. So we're doing that. We've actually been able to hire a bunch of staff. We're continually pushing to be able to expand.
How about that news break that Gene did with the aliens?
Oh yeah, well, special programming.
Yeah, it was an extra hour.
All that takes people and resources.
Mm-hmm.
So we've added people, and then we added Xfinity Comcast, and we've added some stations over the past year, some over-the-air stations that you can catch on. In fact, if you want to know all the ways to watch, we just played it during the break, but you can go to the fparmy.com/media for all the ways to watch the show and to watch the network. You can go to fptn.com, watch that. So much is happening. We want to expand because we're still not everywhere we need to be. Teri, we would really like to put 5 days a week on DirecTV and Dish. We're not 5 days a week on those 2 platforms. We'd like to do that. We'd like to expand. So we're thankful for the Victory Channel, but that's only 4 days a week. And we're preempted often over there. So we want to have something where you see us there all the time.
Dependable.
So, and thank you to everybody over at KCM and Victory for continuing to air Flashpoint. Thank you for that. So as we begin to wrap up, I want to put the giving information on the screen. If you want to be a part of, you've seen all that we've done. Listen, we've got a lot of work to do at the ranch to refurbish some things. I don't have a price on that, but I'm thinking we'll probably spend several $100,000 just to get it up to speed of what we need to get things fixed and and repair the fence in some places, things like that. So you can give, text FLASH and the dollar amount to 28950. Call 888-427-9057. Of course, you can give on the web or give it in the mail. Write your check to Flashpoint. We're still at P.O. Box 1, Newark, Texas, 76071. Don't feel any pressure, but if you want to be a part of what God's doing here, man, we are so excited. I can't wait for you guys to come be on this property, whether it's to come to a training, come to a revival tent meeting,
Right.
or,
Come hang out at the chapel.
I would think like a year from now, Terry,
Yeah.
let's just, what if we had our own fireworks display
At
July
4th of
4th?
July.
Woo! Wouldn't that be fun?
It would be a lot of fun.
Food trucks, fireworks, and a tent revival.
There you go.
It doesn't get any better than that, right? All right, so I got 5.5 minutes. When you hear everything we talked about today, Terry, where do you see us going from here?
There's so many different ideas that we've come up with, okay? Of course, we're talking about expanding programming, but everything really, I want you to know, we've got the P.O. Box 1, and we have email, but we really do listen to you, and we talk to you at events, and we'll have meet and greet events that we've had. We really do appreciate all of your input, and we do want to do what you need, but we want to move the needle for Christ. We are not content with just being in photo ops with people that are running the country. What we really want to do is we want to hear God's voice and say, Lord, what do you need to have happen? We would love to see this country turned around in elections and people, believers in office. And I say that even at our local levels, because if we don't have leadership, and if we don't learn how to become leaders and take our country back, then evil will. So we have been so excited to be able to do these things with you, in partnership with you for the Lord. And we want to see that continue. We've got lots and lots of ideas about a lot of different things that we think would benefit you and would inform you and would help you and educate you. So we just think we're honored that you've trusted us. We're honored that God has been using us, and we want to stay close to Him so that we can continue this process, because we believe that we're helping usher in Christ's return.
Right. And so, I have some of the letters here, Terry, that we get.
I know. They're precious.
Thank you for writing. Thank you for taking the time to go old school and write a letter. And I want to put the phone number up. If any of you need prayer, there's the mailbag. You can write to P.O. Box 1, but I want to put the phone number up so you can, if you want to, call somebody. You need prayer. There are people there ready to pray with you. But this lady, or Cliff and Mary, say, we enjoy Flashpoint. Thanks for being obedient. We want to partner with $20 a month. Thanks again. Believing for our prodigal daughter. These are, thank you for that. And we agree with you. And we get big letters with no money, and we get small letters with money, and we get, everything is important to us. So I just want to say thank you. It's, this lady writes, Gretchen writes, it's my prayer that you help us bring these ministries together. Somehow, all the ministries out there, we need to be able to mobilize and work as one. I agree, especially leading to the midterm, she says. So thank you. Thank you for writing. Thank you for being a part. If you need that prayer line, it's there for you. We're paying for it, so you can get right on there, 888-427-9057, and call the prayer line. Someone's there to pray with you. And thank you for going down, I would say memory lane. It's not really memory lane, because we've got so much to talk about of what we're going to do. So thank you for being a part, and thank you for helping us as we go. Now, their next Flashpoint's Memorial Day. That's coming up on Monday. Mark Meckler, Josh Phillip, Pastor Joshua Broom, and our friend Lieutenant Colonel Alan West, my fellow paratrooper. So yes. We're going to have a good show and enjoy your weekend. So
should we throw up that picture too, so they can see you jumping out of the plane?
Oh yeah, if you haven't seen it, here's me jumping out of the plane, my hair going crazy. So
was that like before or after you jumped out on your own? Doing Flashpoint.
I think it was right after.
So, what we're wanting to do also is we want to inspire people to be brave for God.
That's right. Be brave. Step out there. You know, people say, well, you're not speaking faith because you said you stepped off a cliff. Like, no, it was stepping off a cliff. It was faith that let us take that step to say, okay, God, if we don't do this, and that's, you had been saying it.
It's not we. It's God. It's God did it.
Yeah, but you had been telling me this, and but I had to hear from God. But there was a time when He said, are you going to do this, or am I going to have to get somebody else?
So.
And it was like He was in my ear. I'm like, okay, got it. We're going to do this.
That was exactly it. I heard it, and then so did someone on our board now.
Yeah.
But before we left, and it's like, if you don't do this, somebody else will.
So thank you for being a part. Thank you for watching today. Share this program with your friends. Remember, if you want to see a tent revival here in Texas, comment. Put a comment. Hashtag tent revival. So we're gonna see it happen. I don't care if it's just me and you, Teri, show up.
Oh, would there be more than just you and
so?
me? Yeah.
Okay. Well,
God's all over this.
We're gonna have a tent revival, tent meeting. It's going to be a blast. Thank you for being a part. Thank you, Teri, for joining.
Thank you for having me
today. And we will see you Monday right here. Listen, this is your right. It's not my right. This is my right. We'll see you right of center.
Not all gold companies are the same. And when it comes to protecting my money, I choose Goldco. They've helped thousands of Americans protect over $3 billion of their savings with gold and silver. Take the first step and request their free gold and silver kit.
Visit fparmygold.com or call 844-644-GOLD to learn how to get up to 10% in free gold or silver.
Join the Flashpoint Army on June 11th and 12th for a very special Flashpoint Live event at Patriot Academy. Join Gene Bailey and his friends Rick Green, Hank Kuhneman, Luke Ball, Mark Meckler, Bill Federer, and Chad Connolly during this Power Pack 2-day event. Space is limited, so register today at fparmy.com/events.
Hey, Texas, join the Flashpoint Army on Friday, July 24th at 7 p.m. at New Beginnings Church in Bedford, Texas. Join Gene Bailey, Larry Huck, Lorenzo Sewell, Hank Kuhneman, Miles Rutherford, John Amonchukwu, Andrew and Nolene Cedra. Go to fparmy.com/events to register for this free one-night event.
This is the Flashpoint Television Network.
In England, on the banks of the Thames River, is a meadow called Runnymede. In old